Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Golden Bachelorette. Viva la Vida. Joan and Chock are living it up this Christmas. But they may not be happy forever. There are signs of trouble. The Golden Bachelorette stars Joan Vassos and Chock are showing the world what happens when two people are transformed by love, with their spirits burning so bright this holiday season. But sometimes, even the most passionate love dies. Love is a gamble, and when a duo rolls the dice, the outcome isn't guaranteed. Love's a mysterious thing. It can be earthy or spiritual or both. When love is real, it lifts people up, showing them how beautiful life can be. Unfortunately, when love fades away, it can really hurt. How much it hurts really depends on how in love a person is. So while it's thrilling to watch this charming pair scale the heights, experiencing late-in-life love that's so electric, it's scary too. Since they've climbed so high, they can fall. Those who've understood and protected each other can turn into strangers. A person who is someone's mirror, sword, and shield can disappear, leaving their ex heartbroken. Before Christmas, Joan and Chock were always together, preparing for the festive season by having fun and blending their families. They celebrated Thanksgiving, attended the film version of Wicked, cooked food that they'd enjoy during a Kansas City Chiefs football game, dressed up and danced, and generally bonded in a very deep way. Now that they're so connected, they must try to keep their love strong, but some challenges stand in their way. In Viva la Vida, Chris Martin sings a song about a tyrant, but love can be a tyrant too. It can bring people to their knees. Love can be the castle that's built on a pillar of sand. In fact, there's a book called The Tyranny of Love, Love Addiction, an anthropologist's view, where the biophysical roots of love addiction are analyzed, as per Science Direct. People can become hooked on the highs and lows, on the game of love. Above, as per Joan's TikTok, the couple try to meld, but it's not perfect. That's so often the case. However, Joan and Chock are mature people who may be long past the game playing. Both know what it's like to lose what's most precious of all. 4 years ago, Joan lost Joan Vassos to pancreatic cancer. On Thanksgiving, Joan recorded such a sad but sweet TikTok, honoring her late husband. Some people are too special to ever be replaced, and Joan knows how it feels to be without the person who matters the most. Chock has gone through the very same thing. For 9 years, Chock was engaged to Kathy Gorey, who died of brain cancer. Joan and Chock, who watched their loved ones live with cancer and sadly pass away, are brave enough to try again. If their relationship ends, it won't be because they didn't have enough courage. They both have plenty, taking leaps of faith right in front of the whole world. However, the ones they lost may actually haunt them, blocking them from moving on. On Thanksgiving, Joan was caught between the past and present, and found the experience. The power of the past, woven so intrinsically into memories and feelings, is actually the biggest obstacle that the two face. In another Coldplay song, Beautiful, Chris says that the person he loves makes him feel like he's on top of the world. Right now, Joan and Chock are in a metaphorical castle's highest turret, staring out at their domain. The sun is shining, birds are singing. Everything is peaceful and beautiful, but when life is that good, it's natural to feel a sense of unease. When will the other shoe drop? Will something happen to end what's so important, so beautiful? It can, and no one knows this better than them. Joan and Chock are in love, and it's wonderful. They gush about each other. Joan acted like Chock was a knight in shining armor when he fixed a broken shelf in her closet. Chock gazes at his new partner in total adoration. They both want this to last. Joan and Chock seem sincere. At the same time, their sense of unease comes through. It's there in the postponement of a wedding, and in Joan's obvious love for her ex, which almost brought her to tears on his birthday, November 27. It's there when Joan snaps at Chock for failing to prepare a recipe correctly, as she did in the TikTok shown earlier in this article. Hopefully, the Golden Bachelorettes Joan Vassos and Chock can make it work. Everyone wants, and deserves, a real-life fairy tale. These two have fought on love's battlefield, and they are weary of the grief and pain. Together, they may be able to overcome years of suffering and emptiness. Wouldn't that be the most exquisite dream come true? If they don't put too much pressure on each other, they can be happy. Everyone is waiting to see how this will pan out. The winter air sparkled with a festive chill as Joan Vassos and Chock Chapel strolled hand in hand down a cobblestone street in Vienna. Illuminated by strings of twinkling lights, the Christmas market buzzed with holiday cheer, vendors hawking mulled wine, children laughing over roasted chestnuts, and couples gliding across an ice-skating rink nearby. Joan, wrapped in a chic crimson coat with a fur-lined collar, appeared every bit the radiant Golden Bachelorette fans had fallen for. Chock, in his signature leather jacket, exuded his rugged charm as he carried a shopping bag filled with handcrafted ornaments. This idyllic scene seemed to be the picture-perfect ending to Joan's dramatic journey on the Golden Bachelorette. But as the couple meandered through the festive ambience, keen observers noticed subtle cracks in their merry facade. The chemistry that once lit up screens during the show's finale appeared dimmer, like a Christmas tree missing a few bulbs. Was it possible that trouble was already brewing in paradise? A fairy tale Christmas. Viva la Vida. Joan had declared in her Instagram post a week prior, sharing a candid shot of herself and Chock aboard a horse-drawn sleigh. The caption spoke of new beginnings, adventure, and a love story she hoped would last a lifetime. Fans swoon at the romantic imagery, dubbing them the Golden Couple. Their decision to spend Christmas in Europe, specifically Vienna, with its historic charm, seemed like a poetic gesture befitting their whirlwind romance. From the outside looking in, Joan and Chock appeared to be living their best lives. Their days were filled with extravagant dinners at Michelin-starred restaurants, exclusive tours of castles, and cozy evenings sipping hot cocoa by the fire. The duo even made time for a surprise visit to a local orphanage, bringing gifts and cheer to children in need. Seeing Joan and Chock together warms my heart. One fan commented on a post featuring the couple decorating a Christmas tree at the orphanage. They're proof that love can find you at any age. But as the days passed, whispers began to circulate. Whispers that not all was as perfect as it seemed. The first signs of trouble. Eagle-eyed fans noticed tension in a seemingly innocuous Instagram live the couple hosted from their lavish hotel suite. Chock was attempting to assemble a gingerbread house, but the light-hearted activity quickly spiraled into bickering. "You're putting too much icing. It's going to collapse," Joan chastised with a tight smile. "It's just icing, Joan," Chock replied, his tone sharper than his usual laid-back demeanor. "Not everything needs to be perfect." The awkward silence that followed was palpable, even through the screen. Though they laughed it off moments later, fans couldn't help but dissect the exchange. Did anyone else feel that tension? One commenter asked. They don't seem as in sync as they did on the show. More concerning was a slip of the tongue during a candid interview Joan gave to a local newspaper. When asked about her future with Chock, she hesitated before replying, "We're taking it one day at a time. Life has its ups and downs, you know." For a couple fresh off a televised love story, taking it one day at a time felt less like a declaration of love and more like a cautious hedge against potential heartbreak. Chock's restless spirit. Part of the magic of Joan and Chock's relationship had always been their stark differences. Joan was the polished, poised matriarch who brought grace and wisdom to every room she entered. Chock, on the other hand, was a free-spirited adventurer, a man who thrived on spontaneity and lived life by his own rules. On the show, these contrasts made their love story compelling. In real life, however, it seemed the very traits that drew them together were now driving them apart. Chock has never been the type to settle, an anonymous source close to the couple revealed. He loves Joan, but he's struggling with the idea of compromising his lifestyle. He's used to hopping on his motorcycle and taking off whenever the mood strikes. Being in a committed relationship with Joan means giving up some of that freedom. and it's not easy for him. During their trip, Chock was spotted slipping away from the hotel on several occasions, often returning hours later. While Joan indulged in spa treatments and shopping excursions, Chock's solo outings raised eyebrows. Was he simply exploring, or was he retreating from the pressures of their relationship?